Welcome everybody, and thank you for coming. David? We have something truly extraordinary today for you. But first I want to mention it's our 25th anniversary. We have a whole line of 25th anniversary guitars. They're built in Maryland, and the whole idea is we were going to give what would normally be a $6,000 guitar for more like $4,000 for a year. We were going to do something extraordinary for everybody. And we have a whole line of those beautiful instruments here. As well, we have a whole line of PRS amplifiers, our 25th anniversary amp. There's a hand-wired signature amp. And even though my name's on the amplifiers, there's actually a Paul Smith signature amp this year. I never got my own signature model, so that's cool. There's also a whole line of 16-watt, 30-watt, 50-watt amplifiers. We have a whole line of acoustic guitars, including these 25th anniversary guitars made of something called The Tree. It was the most remarkable log of curly quilted mahogany that's ever come out of South America. The log actually laid in a ravine for 10 years, and they had to get it out with a helicopter, and we were actually able to sequester some of the wood. We have a whole new line of SEs, including our Torero, and also we're finally putting bird inlays on our SEs, and that whole project is going very, very well for us.
That's it? That's all I got? All right, let me tell you. Is everybody all right here at NAMM Show? Music? Everybody loves that music? Y'all celebrating that soundtrack to everything, quality of life? Especially through PRS Guitars. Well, don't be fooled. I'm not actually here as a PRS guitar player. I'm actually doing security for Carlos. But since I've got the microphone, I thought I would share with you all that I was jamming like a man possessed. When I got out of high school in '67, we used to do like 300 plus concerts a year. So we were like gone with the wind, baby. We were just consumed by the music. And about 1976, when we were still doing 300 concerts a year, a lot of music lovers came backstage, you know, because how could you not love my music? You know what I mean? If you don't love my music, you must be a member of the Taliban. At any rate, or one of them country dudes. At any rate, there's a huge energy to my music. Have you noticed that? And the people that love my music are very, very passionate and energized about it. And I've always been surrounded by the greatest musicians in the world. I'm the luckiest guitar player that has ever played a Bo Diddley lick, because my musicians have always been the best in the world. From the Lourdes and the Amboy Dukes, the Ted Nugent band, the damn Yankees, every band is just loaded with monster musicians. So one day this little snotty-nosed kid came back, looked like some kind of nerd from some funny TV show making fun of electricians. And he came up and he kept pushing his glasses over his nose. I thought it was like a Dan Aykroyd Bassomatic commercial. All right, and he says, I make guitars. And I go, well, that's nice, I blow them up. And he says, no, really, I make guitars. I got one here. Can I show it to you? And I went, yeah, I can look at that guitar, son. Guitars, guns, bows and arrows, sharp knives, machetes. I'll fondle them all. So he opens up his guitar case, and it was a pretty nice looking guitar. He said, I made that guitar. I said, you made that guitar? Your mother allows you to handle wood carving instruments? I mean, how old were you, Paul? 21. He looked like, he was 21, but he looked like he was 11. So I pick up this guitar and I immediately felt, and I went, whoa, that's got like one of them classic Gibson necks on it. And I put it up against my little tight belly and I went, whoa, that's a playing guitar right there. And I said, you make that guitar, son? And he pushed up them silly glasses and went, uh-huh. You're a funny little bastard. I loved him from the minute I saw him.
Al Di Meola, everybody.
I know Paul from the very beginning of the start of his career, his own career, and it was the beginning of mine as well. I think I was at the time 19 years old, and I had the fortunate position of playing with Chick Corea and Return to Forever, and it was a distinct moment that I'll never forget. It was we met backstage at the Largo Center, I believe, in Maryland. Is that right? Largo Center? And my guitar tech came over and he said, there's a guy walking around with a couple of guitars he wants you to try. And in fact, it was a double bill with Return to Carlos Santana. And I checked them out, I loved them. I was like, probably, was I the first guy to buy one, or the second? The second guy to buy them. I think I got about 3 or 4 of them. And that was it. It was the beginning. So it was, what, about 70 years ago or something like that? It was a long time ago.
Hi everybody, how you all doing? It's a glorious day to be here, and for me, I'm always very mindful of this instant, the blessings of that we have being in this social experiment called United States. The first time I had the opportunity to hook up with Brother Paul, I immediately was taken by a frequency of love and passion. He calls his guitars PRS, but I call them frequency of love. If you ever get a chance to visit how they are made, it's pretty impressive and inspiring to see people of all walks of life with rings in their noses and mohawk hairs and suit and ties and hippies. I mean, everything is in there. Women, men, and they have that fixated look, like they're creating something with a whole lot of pristine attention to detail. And so, as you know, whenever you pay pristine attention to something, that sound is going to be manifested into love. You can't get love from a pedal. You can get makeup from a pedal, but you can get a lot of love from your heart and your fingers and the beautiful guitars that Paul makes. I like to say that living today in this moment right now, this instant, and being aware of what's happening in Haiti and everywhere else, for me, music is not entertainment or show business. Music is about healing. The tsunami wave, Katrina, and now Haiti is an opportunity, it's a sound check for all of us to come together and really take care of one another with love. Because to me, that's the only thing that I understand. I came to America fascinated with the love sound of Johnny Hooker, Larry Hopkins, B.B. King, Tito Puente, Miles Davis, Coltrane. But on the other hand, I saw the frequency of love that Mother Teresa, Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, Martin Luther King, and to me it's one. You know, as I said, I don't know anything about show business or entertainment, but I do know about utilizing music to bring healing, forgiveness, total acceptance, bringing unity and harmony. I am very grateful and very proud to be part of Paul Reed's family and his vision, because, you know, just to put things in perspective for you, when you say Fender, Gibson, Paul Reed, they're right there in the same place. That's quite an achievement, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, and I hope that the rest of this year, you're able to stop and feel the blessing that it is to be alive, and to do this, even with your eyes closed. If you have this, you shouldn't be shucking and jiving and making excuses. You can create miracles yourself. God bless you. Thank you.
I think it's unbelievable. We're all standing here together 25 years later. Thank you very much. So wow, it's our 25th anniversary, and this all says something about our company. It says something about our 25th anniversary. It says something about what guitars these artists will be remembered with. It says something about their long-term support of us and our long-term support of you. Now, I may have had the privilege of starting this company and having my name on the guitars, but this is a very large family of smart, hard-working people. PRS is not just me, it is a huge group of people. They are creative and they challenge me. And what we're really celebrating today is 25 years of hard work, of dedicated employees, and 25 years of support from our artists and our dealers and our distributors and the media. A while ago I said sometimes the best way to go forward is to look in the rearview mirror. But the flip side is also true. At PRS we celebrate our history, but working hard to make the guitars better. We have an ethic. The guitars need to get better, and they need to get better, and they need to get better. So we never stopped trying, and we never stopped improving the guitars. We've improved the wiring, the wood drying, the finishing, the pickups, the hardware, the parts. We constantly are trying to make things better, and I think these guitars do sound better. I didn't get in this business to run a big company. I got in it to build guitars, and I've never gotten tired of listening to guitars. I get excited about guitars. I like experimenting with electronics, the mechanical details, the woods, the shapes, everything we can do to improve it. So yes, we can look back, but let's look ahead. For PRS, our new guitars that I think are the best we've ever made, and I want to thank you all, especially you, for believing in us and believing in me. So, here they are, everybody. Yes, we all need to get